buddy. How far are you?
The through just clicking random stuff and not reading it, 6.
Alright.
I was mostly just admiring the Colonel.
Nice.
Can you blame me?
Alright, so we're gonna try to date Colonel Sanders in this game. Got it? And
Probably.
eventually I want to speed run this thing. So at some point I'm gonna make like a route to sort of like make it all faster. Anyway, let's do some voice acting. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school's no time to sleep in. Smack that clock up and at 'em, or throw that clock out the window and stay in bed forever.
That's it.
I mean, I feel like if we choose the second option, the game's just over. Like, you just lose.
I agree.
So we'll have to go with the first one. Lying in
Alright.
bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. What a name. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. Either you need to take this seriously or you allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future.
I don't know. This person seems like a daydreamer,
Yeah,
but will the game end?
I sort of want to go with the daydreaming.
Okay, I clicked that too.
It's here, finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare. So many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Mmm, delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. I love this advertising. Anyway, yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Oh, what's Colonel Sanders gonna think? Oh no.
He's just gonna see a sweaty man.
No.
Not the Colonel. The Colonel shouldn't see us like this.
Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it.
Aw.
I can't do girl voices.
Good morning! Wait, what is your name on the thing?
Huh?
What's
No, I will
your
not do a
name?
girl
What did
voice.
What do you have your name here as?
Rad chat.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Reg!
You can do it.
Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives?
Actually, I'm...
Because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous.
What's the...
It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail?
Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard.
Look at her little cry face.
Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you've been the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great.
But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up.
Yeah, 3 days is a bit fast.
That's a little bit much.
A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin.
Oh god.
Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Pep talk your best friend or change the subject to school gossip. I'll go for a pep talk.
Alright.
Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read?
The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget.
I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? Oh boy.
I've been... I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Oh,
I'm
boy.
not giving you Colonel Sanders. He's mine.
No.
And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease.
You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Oh boy. Can you believe I cut them myself?
You can definitely believe it.
Oh boy.
I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground.
Hey!
It's Ashley. That's weird. That's a rough way to spell Ashley. Your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Should I try this one?
There's a... You leave Red Chad's shins alone! They're perfectly normal shins!
Ugh. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone.
If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us.
We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes.
Van!
You rang. You've never been sure of what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. Oh, hello.
Hi. Hi, narrator here.
It is me.
I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us over our diplomas now.
Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam.
See you later, losers.
As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Okay, well... Oopsie.
Oh, boy.
I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Rad Chad. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me, Or is he kinda cute?
Definitely just you. Oh, I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building.
Miriam sees how it is.
You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class?
You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Please. Oh, I can't, what voice did I do? I forget. Was it like the smarty? Please, call me Professor Dog. Was it that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever.
Oh no.
I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Hold on. Face cam. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Somebody close the window. And then he walks in.
Oh my god, the man.
You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
It's him! It's...
If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Are we even worthy to voice Colonel Sanders?
No, we're not. What are we gonna do?
Tyler, get over here and voice Colonel Sanders.
Tyler, you're...
I don't know.
We need
I don't know,
we need,
man.
we need your assistance, Tyler.
Back in my day. But like, okay, look at Colonel Sanders. Do you think he would sound like a boomer?
What's the definition of boomer?
The voice you just used.
Someone who's 60 years old or 65.
Oh, we just got a new subscriber. Nobody said anything in the chat. Anyway.
Okay.
We're at a crossroads here. We're stuck at a crossroads.
Oh,
Alright. Anyway. Oh boy, hello. Yeah, welcome. We're doing a full run through of this, so you better buckle down and be ready. The scariest event of the
Prepare
universe. Okay, anyway. I don't want to do a boomer voice for Colonel Sanders.
Look at him! Do you think that's a boomer right there?
Yeah, we're not doing a boomer voice. I could try, but I don't know, because I'm already pulling out my best for Van Van. Please call me Colonel.
Oh boy.
Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. We just jumped up to 4 viewers, by the way. Anyway. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong.
Oh. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot.
Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pit melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that.
Hold on, I'm adjusting the crop.
I'm trying to post this link on my story for a good 20 minutes.
Alright. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults?
Besides, when Rad Chad sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Besides, wait. Hold on.
Alright. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy. This classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. About how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Take the handkerchief or refuse the handkerchief?
His DNA's on that handkerchief.
We
If you
should
don't
take
take
it.
you're a madman.
Yeah, we better take it. You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it.
Can I use the microwave? It's probably gonna kill the stream.
Could you not?
Well, how long until
For what?
I can't food?
I guess we can just pause it for a sec. Just pause it for a second.
Like 10 seconds.
Da 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 da. Hold on. I've got just the thing. Go ahead. Get copyright strike. Are you done?
Yeah.
Alright, epic. You ready?
Jam out to some
Alright.
Scatman.
That Shrek is nice. What Shrek is nice? I'm missing something. Anyway. It's so beautiful, you hesitate to press it to your face. But when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It is his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled.
Oh boy.
Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and he sets some ground rules. What?
The Shrek on the couch.
Oh, yeah, that is a nice Shrek. In the background, mate. Yeah, I see now. Thanks.
It's the new mascot.
What's up with the... Thank you. Why is the streaming... Okay, the streaming is getting better now.
Leave it. No.
You've been destroyed. Anyway. Welcome to the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable, tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech.
I think I got this one. Do you want me to handle it?
Go ahead.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in the school with you as my teacher.
Everyone stares at him blankly.
Does no one remember me? I'm...
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable.
Oh boy.
Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his... Crap, I skipped it. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing. who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance.
Okay.
All right, who's getting this one?
I mean, I could try.
Go ahead. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind?
I mean,
chicken snack would be good, considering that it's a KFC game, and it's Colonel Sanders.
I agree.
Go with chicken.
Alright.
You reach beneath your apron and pull out, and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well. I think there might be some competition for our new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. It's an actual dog, thank God.
He heard the word furry and became concerned.
You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat favors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain.
Hey, Rad Jed, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Two good options, but which will you choose? Crap.
There's a wrong answer here. Go with your heart.
Oh my. I can't sacrifice Colonel Sanders for anything.
So I was sitting by Colonel Sanders?
I picked Colonel Sanders.
Okay.
You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had two rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Oh boy.
Yay, a quiz about me.
Oh.
This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
Oh my god, should we call up Pop?
I think we gotta call out Pop. Oh man. Alright, extremely looking at you,
so
Pop.
Dirty.
Yeah, we gotta do him like that.
Oh no.
That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... feather or a slam dunk?
Okay, we're gonna go feather.
Feather.
Maybe.
That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Obviously a spork. Obviously a spork. What? Why did I not do slam dunk? Because I don't know. I feel like it meant it in a more literal way than figurative.
Because it was wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong. But we'll go with a spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? The first
Can
one,
confirm
anything?
it's not camel meat.
Yeah, it's probably not. The pancake, probably not. I think it's anything as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt.
Alright.
That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's the best boy.
He is the best boy. What kind of question is that?
The answer, there's only 3 answers. There's no, yes, and he's the best boy. He's the best boy. That's right. Your total score is perfect score, 5 out of 5. Let's go. It's a better grade than I get on most things, right?
Same.
Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? No.
I don't know. What's that?
Cheating. Cheating on a Colonel Sanders dating simulator? No. Absolutely
That's
not.
a foreign concept. This
Yeah,
is coming
terrible.
from the heart here.
You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. Yes. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain.
Okay.
Hot diggity, Rad Chad. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Oh, wait. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey, I was...
Oh man, he was mad. Oh man. It's about lunch. Everyone cheers.
But I...
Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very, very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him! He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful, and I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he's destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the Man, if you don't want any. I'll take this. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transport you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. All right, focus your mind and meditate on this moment, savor the moment, or swim toward the light.
Should we try to figure it out? Or do we just fall deeper in love with Colonel Sanders?
I think that's the right move.
Falling deeper in love with Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, so the middle one with the Colonel Sanders culinary heart.
Alright.
The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. So you approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef.
Oh boy.
What exactly was on that chicken? Ha ha ha. How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a few combinations of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only just getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use... It's something my great-grandmother taught me. I'm sorry.
What do you want that blank to be?
I'm not going to hit the table the second time. Wow. You've never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure what you could get some if you'd searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. So either neg him to show your own strength, wow him with a big idea, or be modest.
His ego. I think modest is the way to go for this one.
That's smart. We'll go with that. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your feud. That's Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex, but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Rad Chad. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they should need.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Jesus Christ. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature, adorable tiny food creations.
Oh.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? Yeah, exactly. A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Ratchat. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Nice.
Oh my. 2 potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Oh god.
It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? I'd go for Clank any day.
I agree with that statement.
Alright. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay. I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth.
Warp! 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 Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet!
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Oh boy. Tissue? I hardly know you.
It's funny. That's funny. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine.
Ooh, okay.
Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak, tartar, what? Octopus, or
Tartar.
Is there an E at the end of tartar?
Maybe.
Well, I'm yeah, that's probably it. I don't know much. Octopus or potatoes. So which of the three?
I think we should go with the mashed potatoes and gravy because that's a staple thing at KFC.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we can make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please. Let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders?
We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off of my man.
Oh, her man. Did someone call for me?
No. Geez, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Rad Chad's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of her classwork. That was the deal, remember?
Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now?
Actually, no. It looked like Red Chad was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I keep accidentally almost saying my name because I haven't done it.
I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it.
Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense.
Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Or
That's
Miriam.
that's the only option here.
But, okay, at the same time...
But by making Colonel Sanders make the choice, he chooses you, and Ashley knows that.
Yeah, but it's kind of like rude to put him in that situation. And like,
That's true.
we've never
Colonel.
chosen Miriam yet. So, I feel like this would be the most appropriate out of the ones we've had so far to choose her.
Alright.
Alright, we'll go with that one then. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over.
Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them!
I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving.
Leaving you in the dust. Vis-a-vis. Wait, what?
I think vis-a-vis.
What?
I don't know. I think it's like vis-a-vis or something.
Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition? You're sorely mistaken.
Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Rad Chad is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis in their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, Your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Oh no. Oh wait, it's fine.
Oh.
Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy matched texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth, brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Hello, Magic Barney. Welcome to the stream. You love me. Do you love Colonel Sanders? Yeah, I think this guy should be... So this is the thumbnail of the stream. Whoa, we got there. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van! Do something! Do something!
Also, Magic Barney? No. No, I'm not putting that as the thumbnail because I don't want to get banned off of YouTube. Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. I bet it is. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Rad Chad. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I has potatoes, face? That's so bad. That's so bad. They did the is that the cheeseburger? Oh my god. Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Sorry. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Yeah, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors.
You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy.
The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't make my nose strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten.
Oh dear.
I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
It killed him.
Oh no.
Van, what'd you do? Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie.
Oh boy.
Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues.
Wow, good one.
The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here!
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on!
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark, and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon... Oh, crap, I clicked by accident.
What did you do?
No, I just clicked by accident and skipped the dialogue.
Oh.
Quad's neon glow and speak softly.
Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great presentation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders?
I love you!
Yes, Radchad? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream. Day and night. Never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights. Like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes, floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you. Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name?
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Maggie, you want to do the spork monster?
What?
Get over here, do the spork monster.
What is it?
The spork monster.
Oh, that's what he's saying?
Yeah.
Read that? What should I say?
Just
Like,
say what it...
No, how should I say it?
I don't know.
The spork monster. I can't even do this. I can't. The spork monster. I'm gonna throw up. I'm so sorry.
You want to try it?
I mean, this could be a Tyler thing.
Tyler is nowhere to be found.
Okay. What do you want me to do for this? I'll just try to do what Maggie was doing. The spork monster is here to fight a hero.
There we go. Silence. Alright, I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level.
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See?
Is he's rhyming? No, no. Is he's rhyming? Okay. On purpose, or is that just a
They're doing their
coincidence?
best.
But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Okay, turn into an RPG. Oh my god. Attack, right?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, what
I already clicked
this is weird. Do we attack or defend?
I already clicked attack, so.
All right. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Absolutely. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Okay, this is harder than Final Fantasy. What do we do? Should we try defending now, or because it didn't really do?
My question is, where's Colonel Sanders in all of this? Alright.
I don't know.
Okay,
Just fighting
we'll defend,
alongside her.
I guess.
Yeah, we'll defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. Alright. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure. You do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond?
Is this...
There's no run option.
I think this is still a defend moment here. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll try it out. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use?
Oh,
Buff up.
there's a new one. Let's see.
Let's try buff up. You draw energy into your arms. Thinking back on all of the stirring you did in the kitchen as a child, your muscles go super swole and you're ready to take on anything. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. So we gotta attack.
Okay.
You decide to go on the attack. Chow down. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Chow down does 2 damage, a powerful blow.
Oh. Lovely.
Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce into the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Yes, Colonel Sanders. Our hero. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him, or spare this wretched beast.
I agree with the first one.
Yeah, finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack. You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my student. Student loan debt destruction does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Rad Chad. The defeated monster left behind a special item. This is just an RPG now. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells, with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away, without any energy to keep your eyes open. Darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes.
Is this the last thing we see before we die?
As you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you, as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird.
Oh?
Z. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank.
Like him? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him.
No.
We got to talking after
okay.
class. What?
Go ahead.
We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
No, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular, and he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he self-rode in at the front of the homecoming parade.
I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning? You're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Do you know Lunar Live in the chat?
Oh, that's my friend Sam.
Alright. It said Claire Doo-Doo.
I see how it is, Sam.
Miriam checks to make sure you're alone after continuing. Or before. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
Okay, bye, says Lunar Live. Anyway. This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created. If I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and I brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was like anything. was unlike anything I've ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Cough. Fibber. Cough.
Please, please, please! It would mean the world. No one has ever know it came. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your besties? Either tell her the ingredient or make up a fake ingredient. Definitely the fake ingredient.
Yeah. In this case, we're gonna go with hoes before bros.
Absolutely. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know. Sounds like some kind of witch's potion. But what can you do?
Eye of Newt. Wow!
Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good.
Oh boy.
Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. So stand back and admire his majestic glory or run to him. Run to him?
I think we should stand back and admire.
Well, yeah, but like, shouldn't we start talking to him so that...
We should make him come to us.
Really?
Doesn't
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Okay.
Run to him. No, that's what... Hold on, how do we go back? Hold on. Can I not?
Yeah, the popcorn thing, and then I think you had to hit load, but I think you had to
Can you load the 5th byte?
Yeah.
Alright.
Whatever is unlocked.
Alright, we'll have to go back through everything else. Da-da-da-da.
We're not gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I thought it was. I thought you clicked the first byte because of the bed, and I was like, hold up. But we're good. So, how are you on this fine day, Red Chad?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I'm playing this beautiful game, so obviously it's gotta be, pretty good.
Understandable.
Alright, stand back and admire his majestic glory. You there yet?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you're still there. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beauty you have! I mean, what a horseful beauty you have! Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you.
Oh, Red Chad just gets really nervous around people they like.
What? This is not helping.
I mean, they got food poisoning, and we're up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it.
She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. What's up? Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't
you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
Ooh. Alright. So tell them to stop being immature or act like you're not interested in them.
Oh, you, buddy.
Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh man, that's a scary face.
And you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it is that they were hiding. And you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back.
I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret.
You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class.
Beep beep.
Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that it rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
Bzzz, womp! Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp!
No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Oh boy. Protect me, Colonel Sanders! These crazed men are about to come to blows! I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse. Right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I could help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are all very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you missed most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food. Water, pepper, or biscuit.
I think the safe bet is the water. But if we're feeling bold, we could go with the pepper. And a dog biscuit just seems a little
I'm feeling
not
kind of
correct.
bold. Pepper?
Alright. Pretty rad of you.
I know. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination, and it feels like forever as you trip through the universe.
My friend. Ooh.
This guy again.
I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is...
Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat.
It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill... the prophecy! You must!
You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness.
Aw, man.
You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement.
Oh boy.
Today's lunch will be prepared
Via timed competitive cook-off.
The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time, or step up and tell them you're on. You're on?
I think it's your time to shine.
Let's go. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption. What? Gumption. Rad Chad. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students. Please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! Oh God. I regret that deeply. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself.
You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, if the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius.
100 degrees Celsius.
That's right. But how would you have even gotten into this school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 11.
11.
That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Okay. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the best flavor?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? Small town where big dreams are born?
I have no idea.
I did the small town.
Was it right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where are you right now?
Next question. Okay.
Oh,
Try to shout it.
that's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Aroo! I'm not doing. You want to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling.
It's
wrong.
not bubbling.
Bubbling.
It's not bubbling. It's not bubbling. So I guess it's silent.
Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Red Chad. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all I can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls? Oh, what the... That one's rough. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Grr. You are stranded on a desert only with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. What? Gondola. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof! Woof! You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley's already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not need any hands, but Red Chad does.
You're
And
good.
a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
Red Chad, no!
But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly speeding beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Oh, you broke your hand. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. No! We're losing it. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on.
Yeah, sweetheart. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me winner by default.
No. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Rad Chad's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I am the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story. of excellence. I was going to ask Rad Chad to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within.
Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream two ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly.
Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Ain't chicken. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Thank you, Rafi. Rafi says, Derek, you're sexy.
Oh,
Thank you.
cute.
Go ahead.
Oh, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Either internalize the rage you feel or put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley.
None of them seem like solid options.
I'd internalize.
Okay.
Just because, we don't want to cause any more issues with Colonel Sanders.
That's true. He's already disappointed.
Yeah. Stop quoting Act 3, Rafi. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and burn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever.
Oh boy.
Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy, fried brow, you run to the quad, for the quad to be alone. Colonel Sanders was not happy. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married.
Day 2, by the way.
And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed at anything before? Or never failed? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, and motivated.
He's not wrong.
Exactly. Well, handsome. Sure. I was born that way.
Oh boy.
But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know! People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. Hug him for God's sake? Yes, exactly. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. I should lower my chair for the first time in my life. Hold up. I didn't know my chair could do that. Anyway. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the spork monster.
Gorko, the spork monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu?
I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night.
That was Barko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge the. Oh wait, should I get this one?
What?
Wait. Your mic is.
Are you
going out.
stronger than Borko?
Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask?
Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Rad Chad is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies.
I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've gotten these pointy teeth and claws.
All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all?
Of course I do.
Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp.
Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time had this creature who stands here today.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no, I was a Chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook. Why does Colonel Sanders look so nervous right now?
Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and I shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery. Gil, if you need me, don't fear. I will be there.
Thank you, Spork Monster. It sounds like there were some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Rad Chad, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. Ooh, a personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out.
Spicy.
Uh-huh. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure, if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your no creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? This one's rough, I don't know.
I have no idea. What do you want to do?
Well, he gave us a secret ingredient. Is that, like, enough to justify us revealing it to him?
Let's reveal it.
Yeah. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Ooh. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Chicken first?
Yeah.
You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap in an item to discover more. Okay.
There's the scenery, I guess.
Sure. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up.
I chose wrong. Are you thinking of heading out into the world west to avenge my death?
Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you?
I could just tell you my name right now. It's...
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Alright, the urn?
Yep.
Do the urn. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." It's like Squidward's hope and dreams.
Ew.
Poor guy. Alright, tapping an item. What's on the table next to the cup?
That's a comb, maybe?
Let's click on it.
Yeah, it's a comb.
A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver.
Boy.
Should we look at the door that just opened?
Yes.
You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing this jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Make a big move, tell him you're cold, or fess up. Are we going?
Do you want to go for it?
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Big move. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying. Exactly. But still. Game over.
What? Okay.
Try again.
How?
Oh, man.
Are we taken to the last choice?
It's probably the beginning of the
you
scene that we like what happened.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh,
we're at the
alright.
back
So
of
skipping.
school.
Skipping.
Oh boy. The sport. This is gonna take forever. This was like one of the last two. Let me reveal it.
Alright, what are we going for now?
What do you want to go for?
Tell him you're cold.
I mean, okay.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots over to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Ratchat. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. How cute. Dream sequence!
Wholesome.
Sleeping. Sleeping noises.
Lovely.
You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a sample breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery?
Why would we ever damage his ego?
Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, so I think I might have clicked a bunch of things that you did not click while I was trying to redo it.
Oh, really?
Because there's another white, like, blank on the thing, so...
Huh?
I don't know. Where have you been? Wait, wrong voice. Where have you been?
I'm not... Hold on. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. There you go.
Oh.
Alright, where have you been? I...
Because I had one heck of a night.
Oh.
I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay. I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, and I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Marion.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I could get to know a little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
By the way, Ronnie just booted up I Love You, Colonel Sanders, so nice.
Oh.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection? Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Why? No, we're keeping it on. Because you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Heh. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You could get your swirly dipped, too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare to pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Rad Chad, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Rad Chad, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Rad Chad. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. What's up with the complete 180?
What?
Someone... Oh, Juan, dude, my man. My man Juan is in the chat. What's up, Juan?
What a homie.
See you inside, Rad Chad. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance.
I'm getting yelled at.
Oh, that's fun.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Yo, what's up, Juan? You like this song? Oh, hold up. Let's see. Any requests, people? Yeah, man. That's how it is. Oh, hello. You back? I was just playing some Scatman's World, Bapo Bapo.
Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
You might have to do it by yourself. I gotta go.
Oh, alright.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Alright, see ya.
Sue.
Alright, gamers. It's that time of day, boys. It's Rad Chad solo night. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it really weren't really powerful? Alright. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of an extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not root it in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic. But desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast the forbidden spell, or don't do it after all. Don't do it after all. I mean, really think about it. It's dark magic never turns out well, really. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Or dogs can be, just wait. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrace, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Rad Chad, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see... But before he can go on any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room interrupt Sprinkles. I told you to save it for after class! Biz, biz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane, strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing. What's up, Red Panda? Hold up. What's the name? Name. Jack. What's up, Jack? Glad you could join us today. We're on the third day out of 3. We're dating Colonel Sanders, baby. Let's go. Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Whirr. But no, you had to show off to your cool friends Jeff and Joan, J&J, forever. Oh, goodbye. Dude, yeah, we'll be finishing this up probably about 30 minutes or more so. So if you want, you could come back and watch it later, but we'll be posting more videos and, doing other streams, so see you around, man. Brofist. There we go. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bizzed, bizzed. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep. Whirr. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, or off a cliff for all I care. Beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzzzt. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Yeah, you're a strong, independent woman. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. What's up, all the new viewers? We're at the finale of Colonel Sanders Dating Simulator, and I'm super hyped. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van the supposed man and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Rad Chad's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Rad Chad, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish. That's the only obvious option. You can't just ignore it. I mean, obviously happened. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie, with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no. I could smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. The best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. That was a poorly executed gag, but we're going. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool, special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Ooh. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clanks gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. Oh, as the Van voice whoops. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got the book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's most certainly evil magic? No, do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? Yeah, I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Rad Chad. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Rat Chad, ever since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient! However, she doesn't know that you lied and that the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff, it's better on TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it. Sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup, back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up as to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve. And he takes a hint. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. We can't give up now. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Rat Chad, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd be summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing for their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Going back up. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful, because while you were powering up, Bite Sadusto! Killa Queen! Daisan no Bakudan! Bite Sadusto! Okay, anyway. Your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Rad Chad. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I am truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What'll happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules have never been action. Sorry. Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting, if we combine forces, we can form the most perfect food union? Is that a Constitution reference? Is that a Constitution reference? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. Sound effect loading in. Sound effect loading in. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee, I'm flying. He's flying. I think some of Miriam's special spices got to him. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down here right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. Poor guy. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. I'm gonna close out the drum roll. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. Van has killed two! Van has killed 2 students over the course of this game. Unnamed student and then poor Clank. Oh, God bless their hearts. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Yeah, I have no nostalgic music right now, so we'll have to just go with this. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? It is here. Yeah, I'm at the very end of it. We're really coming down to the wire here. Yes, Chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I have a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Rad Chad, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkle. Yes, I am. Okay. Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue! The professor seems to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles made it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yes, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calms my agitated tongue. Next student! Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish.
I made my sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Rad Chad? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job at cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, school for the hungry.
Bruh.
I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me, either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Two chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Oh, okay, yeah, we don't have to open it up ourselves. It did it for us. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you gave me this thing. And completely blew me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. This is Oprah. Okay. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl, even like the people that died and Van and Ashley. Okay. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Okay, that's enough of that. You know that Sprinkles was the master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? New outfits, alright, epic. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to actually notice me.
Oh, I can't convict Van of murder. Dang it. Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together...
It's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out, though. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me as my new name. Notice me, Senpai. Hello, Juan, from my lunch table. What's going on? Do you want, like, the student or the monster to notice you? Or the dog? I don't know what you're going for, man. Party Monster! Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking about the spork. Sorry. Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. Bro, I was mimicking the ghost. Dude, I'm so sad, dude. I thought we had something special, bro. But yeah, I'm a boomer, so like the joke just went over. Anyway, a red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I am graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard.
I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up, and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Oh, that's the wrong voice. Anyway, just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man of history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Buy KFC, everybody. The end? That's it? No, it's not the end! It's not the end! As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Rad Chad, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me? What are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School at Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready and take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Rad Chad. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. Ooh! But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? We got rejected by Colonel Sanders? Did we not win? Did we lose? Did we lose? Hold up. Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school? Oh, my dear Rad Chad, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Hold up a second. I failed. Apparently I failed. Colonel Sanders left me. He left me to pursue his dream of owning a large restaurant chain of chicken.
I'm sorry.
Oh, is that the actual end, or did I get boofed again? Have I gotten pranked a second time? I doubt it would happen 2 times in a row. Yep, that's it. That's the end. And then it plays the opening that I didn't get to show off at the very beginning of the stream, so here we go. Might as well show it. It's very loud for some reason. I don't know, Juan. I don't know if he accepted me or not. I think I won because it didn't tell me I lost. It didn't tell me I lost, but like, did I necessarily win, or did I? Well, I'll be speedrunning this as soon as possible. I'll make a route for it at some point. Probably on stream. This is very loud. I hope you guys can still hear me. Thanks to everybody that tuned in for this 2.5-hour stream. I'm happy that we at least finished the game somewhat successfully, and we only messed up badly like once or twice. Really only once. Yeah, you'll definitely see more of this game from me. Thanks for coming, everybody. That's it for tonight. I'll see you next time. Yeah, he did say that it'll be the rest of your junior, so I did think he will accept you. See, yes, we did it. We did it. All right, good night, everybody. I hope you have a very finger-licking good night tonight.